My name is Mikias Wubetie, and I'm currently an 8th grader, and I currently attend the number one middle school in the state of Georgia, which is Wadsworth Magnet School. Now, let's start off with the first question. And so, I want to attend Arabia Mountain High School because of the courses that you guys provide. For example, like this very one here, environmental, energy, and engineering. I really like that because, like all of those three categories affect the whole world. For example, environmental, how ecosystems work together, how, biomes, like the characteristics and all that good stuff. And then you have energy, how things work, like how things, transfer into one another. And also engineering where you take, those two, you find a problem within it, and then you create a solution with it that can help the whole world. And so I can actually make a pretty big contribution to Arabia Mountain High School because I am part of the middle school classes that got Wadsworth into that number one middle school spot in the state of Georgia. And so what we do is we push each other to become better than each other to see who could get better PSAT A9 scores, who could get better Georgia milestone scores, who could get better MAP scores, who could get better grades. And so I can bring that culture to Arabia Mountain, pushing my peers to the limits so that we all become better as a collective and we can get that number one high school in the state of Georgia spot. And so three adjectives that best describe me are sovereign, resilient, and magnetic. I say those three because I'm sovereign because I'm independent. I can depend on myself. I'm a leader, not a follower, and I believe in what I do. I say I'm resilient because I really do not like the idea of giving up. If I have an idea that I want to do in my head, then I can't stop thinking about it until I get the product out of that I want out of it. And I say magnetic because I'm a really friendly and compatible person who is compatible with a lot of different worth ethics and would be, the glue to my class, and possibly even all of Arabia Mountain High School. And STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. My perception of STEM is a hands-on activity where you can see the problem, see what the solution has to look like, and know what you have to do to get the solution to the problem. And so my experience with working with STEM is, there's usually a word problem where, there's something that you have to calculate. And so you take that problem, you put it in the real world, like it's always real world phenomena when it's coming to STEM, at least in my experience. And so you're told to find the solution while using, blocks, a pegboard, cubes, magnetic blocks, all that other stuff to find an answer. And you convert that real life, physical answer that you have into an equation or an expression or an equality. And so this really impacted my interest in Arabia Mountain High School because from what I've heard is you guys are a really STEM based high school where you have really strict and rigorous curriculum. And because of the culture that I'm from, at Wadsworth, I would really enjoy that, like, extra push to become the absolute best person I can, which is why, this really impacted my interest in Arabia Mountain High School. And so, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this, and hopefully I see you next year in Arabia Mountain High School for the 26 to 27 school year.